טוב ומנעים, שברחים גם יחד. הנה מה 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 טוב ומנעים, שברחים גם יחד. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to the Reformed Temple of Forest Hills. I'm Rabbi Mark Kaiserman along with Cantor Emily Wygott-Pincus. We're so joyous to celebrate this Shabbat with you because it's on nights like tonight, nights when they're cold and wet, that we especially need Shabbat. So for those of you who are here with us in person, we thank you for braving the elements and coming together to strong community. And for those of you who are home, whether because you don't live anywhere near here or because of illness or because of the weather, we're glad you're joining us on our live stream. Tonight, we celebrate the possibility of what's coming. We look forward to Festival of Lights that begins in just 2 more nights, celebrating past victories by the Jewish people and future accomplishments by all of us. Pride in who we are in a time when pride in who we are can sometimes be as dangerous as it was once upon a time in the Maccabees world. But we also celebrate great joy in each of our own lives, and most especially tonight we celebrate joy as Olivia Lamb celebrates her bat mitzvah this Shabbat. And our delight in celebrating with her and her family, we invite her parents, Dahlia Schoenberg and Jonathan Lamb, and her sister Ella, along with Olivia, to join us on the bima for our candle blessing, page 121 in the brackets.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, as may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
The Kiddush is on page 123. Please rise.
Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav,
L'chaim. Take an opportunity to find out who's around you and to wish them a Shabbat Shalom. Please be seated. Page 125. Where has this week vanished? Is it lost forever? Will I ever recover anything from it? The joy of life, the unexpected victory, the realized hope, the task accomplished. Will I ever be able to banish the memory of pain, the sting of defeat, the heaviness of boredom? On this day, let me keep for a while what must drift away. On this day, let me be free of the burdens that must return. On this day, Shabbat, abide. Together, help me to withdraw for a while from the flight of time. Contain the retreat of the hours and days from the grasp of frantic life. Let me learn to pause, if only for this day. Let me find peace on this day. Let me enter into a quiet world this day. On this day, Shabbat, abide. We welcome the Sabbath bride, the Sabbath itself, and all of us. Lecha Dodi, page 138, verses 1, 2, 5, and then we'll rise for verse 9. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad hishmi'anu el ha'miuchad Adonai echad Likrat kala lecha dodi ay la likrat kala ay la b'nei Shabbat nikabla ay la lecha dodi ay la likrat kala P'nei Shabbat nikabla.
Likrat Shabbat לכוון אלך כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה be'eri kivod Adonai alai nigla.
Ay la lai lecha dodi, ay la lai likrat kala, ay la lai pnei Shabbat nekabla. Please rise.
Bohi v'shalom ateret Allah.
Gam besimcha uvesohola tochemunei am segula boi kala ay la lai lecha dodi, ay la lai likrat shala, ay la lai pnei Shabbat nekabla, ay la lai lecha dodi, ay la lai likrat kala, ay la lai pnei Shabbat nekabla. The Baruch Hu is on page 146. We read together on page 149. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. Page 150. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadita, otanu limadita. Alkein Adonai Eloheinu b'shokbeinu u'kumenu nasiach b'chukecha v'nismach b'divrei mitzvotecha leolam vaed, ki hem chayenu, ve'orech yainu, uvahem negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla.
ואהבתך
אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto. Leolam vaed. Please be seated. We invite back up to the bima our bat mitzvah Olivia as we turn to the Via Hafta on page 154.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. Page 159. Sing the song of everyone joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles and earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא אדוני את יעקב, וגייलो מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
We celebrate Shabbat as we sing the words from Exodus, Vishamru on page 160.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledoratam berit olam.
וביום השביעי, וביום השביעי, שבת ויהי נפש. שבת ויהי נפש.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. The Tefillah begins on page 164. We use the even-numbered pages only. Please rise.
אדוני שפתי תפתח, אדוני שפתי תפתח, yom yahleluka selah.
Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Together, you are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. In the middle of page 175. We read together. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, shodcha levadacha b'yirah na'avod. Page 178.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Ki ata hu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. V'tov beinecha livarech et amcha Yisrael. Bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam.
Baruch atah Adonai, hamivarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom.
We continue with our own private prayers in silence. turn now to Seder Kriyat Torah, the service for the reading of the Torah. The Torah is at the heart of who we've been. When the Maccabees were revolting against the Seleucids, they weren't doing it because of their culture. They weren't doing it because they felt the oppression. They did it because their Torah was being taken away. Their right to read it, the right to share it, the right to be it. We still stand on firm ground that the Torah is who we are and how it helps us understand who we might be. So we turn now to Seder Kriyat Torah, beginning on page 364 in your prayer books, and we invite Phyllis and Michael Rosenberg to join us on the bima. Please rise. Please be seated. The book of Genesis moves through, a new protagonist comes up every few parshiot. Adam to Noah, to Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob, and this week it moves to Joseph as the protagonist, although Jacob will come back at the end of the Torah to reclaim it, since Jacob is the connection to the Jewish people. Joseph is a teenager, and he acts like a teenager. He's focused on himself and his needs. He doesn't recognize others around himself, and others don't necessarily treat him the way he wants to be treated. The world is oppressing him, but at the same time that he is treating the world. As we share from our Torah portion, we invite our bat mitzvah, Olivia, to give us a preview of what she will be chanting tomorrow. And for our Aliyah to the Torah, we invite up Susan Grunberg. Torah portion can be found at the beginning of Parshat Vayeshev, Genesis 37, verse 1, on page 246 in the large Torah commentaries under the seat in front of you.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayeshev Yaakov be'eretz migurei aviv be'eretz Canaan Eile toledot Yaakov Yosef ben Shivasrei Shana haya roeh et ahav batzon v'hu nar et bnei Bilha v'et bnei Zilpah nashei aviv Vayave Yosef et dibatam ra'ah el avihem Ve'Yisrael ahav et Yosef mikol banav kiven zikunim hu lo Vasalo ketonet pasi
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam natab b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yes, your call. Thank you, Olivia. Great job. We share a special blessing of healing and hope for all those who are sick or ill. I'm sure there's not a person here who doesn't have a close friend or family member or themselves who are right now struggling with some sort of physical illness. And we are in a world that is filled with illness and loss and pain and grief. And so for all of those we think of, we share a blessing of healing. In our congregation, we're especially thinking of Lauren Nagel-Krosny, Jody Harkavy, Debbie Ball, Brenda Levinson, Jane Levy, Barbara Gilbert, Arnold Gilbert, Larry Bloom, Don Levy, Rochelle Weinberg, Judith Lacasio, Jody Ann Herman, Roberta Traeger, Arlene Green, Joan Lipton, Leah Stern, Jamie Stern, Elaine Wall. If there's someone you're thinking of, we invite you to share it with all of us. On the live stream, please put a name into the chat, and for those here in the sanctuary, share names out loud for all to hear.
Martin Rush, Sandra Fitzgerald Rush.
For all those who need healing, for all of those that we can bring healing with our love and strength. A Misha Barak for healing in the middle of page 371 in your prayer books.
Mishaberach
Avotenu,
Mikor haberacha ve'imotenu. May the source of strength
who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Amen. As we lift and dress the Torah, please rise.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לבני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לבני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. יאי לי לי לי, יאי לי 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 לי, יאי לי לי לי, יאי לי לי לי. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, ya la lai la lai, yai lai lai, ya la lai.
We return the Torah to the Ark with the words on page 374. We invite Mickey Joseph to join us on the bima.
Eitz chaim hi, lamachazikim ba, betomchea meushal derechea, darchei noam v'chol netivotea. Shalom, shalom, hashivenu Adonai elecha velashuva, chadish yameinu tekedem.
Please be seated. Hanukkah, also known as the Festival of Lights, is a holiday that commemorates the miracle of the oil that lasted 8 days in the temple after the Maccabees reclaimed it from the Syrians. It is a time of celebration. It is customary to light the candles in a menorah, sing songs, and eat fried foods. The Torah portion for the week of Hanukkah is Vayeshev, which tells the story of Joseph and his brothers. In this portion, Joseph is sold into slavery by his brothers and ends up in Egypt, where he eventually rises to a position of power and is able to help his family during a time of famine. From a Reformed Jewish perspective, Hanukkah can be seen as a time to celebrate the triumph of light over darkness and to remember the values of perseverance and determination. The story of Joseph can be seen as a reminder of the importance of forgiveness and the power of faith in difficult times. I did not write that. I did not copy it from another rabbi or another person. In fact, no one wrote that. The words came from artificial intelligence, or AI. I asked an AI generator to create a Devar Torah on Hanukkah and this week's Torah portion for a Reform congregation. It popped out in mere seconds. It is short, accurate, and also bland and unoriginal. You may have seen in the news this week how AI has been creating essays and poems and art and all sorts of other things. I've seen conversations between a human and a computer, and you wouldn't quite confuse who the computer is, but the offering of the computer is accurate, clear, and even insightful. We have all been interacting with AI for years. When you call a company and the computer-generated customer service voice asks for your identification and what you are calling about, it is artificial intelligence at work. From weather forecasting to fraud detection, computer special effects and animation, complex problem solving, and global defense, AI is at work. So many of us use AI all the time. When we dictate a message to our computer, have something automatically translated. Self-driving cars are based on AI. Many of us have AI in our pocket, and we use its features every time we ask Siri or Alexa for something. Over time, artificial intelligence responses and output will be refined to appear more and more human. Figuring out what is a human creation and what is computer-generated is sometimes impossible. Some of you might have even heard of the Turing test. Created by Alan Turing back in 1950, it is a test to distinguish between a human and a computer. 72 years later, Dr. Turing's work is more relevant than ever. Let's go back to our Devar Torah. A friend of mine asked an AI generator to write a Devar Torah on the portion of Ki Tavo from the viewpoint of a 13-year-old who is getting a bar mitzvah and does not believe in God. The result was a 6-paragraph accurate reflection on the Torah. It sounded more like a 13-year-old than the work I sometimes receive from our kids, which has been heavily edited by a parent. It was accurate and good. It was also full of broad generalizations, lacked any specific examples, and obviously included nothing personal. But it fulfilled the assignment completely. Educators are quite concerned about AI. If students can churn out accurate essays for school in seconds, what does it mean for teachers? Dan Gilmore, a journalism scholar at Arizona State University, reported that he fed an AI generator a homework question he often assigns to his students. And the article it produced in response, he says, would have earned a good grade. At the moment, it's looking a lot like the end of essays as an assignment for education, said one educator. But all is not lost. Just as calculators and Wikipedia force teachers to rethink assignments, educators could respond by reworking what they give their students to prioritize critical thinking or reasoning that AI can't do yet. This might ultimately encourage students to think for themselves more rather than try and answer essay prompts. Given the quality of the AI results, I wondered if my job was at stake. Are we ready to replace rabbis with AI? Now, thank you, Jody. Sermons are more than just a series of precise facts. They need nuance, personality, humor, kindness, and variety. Right now, those are lacking in artificial intelligence, but it still does impressive base-level work. I asked the AI generator, does God exist? The response was accurate, saying, ultimately, whether or not one believes in the existence of God is a matter of personal faith and belief, and is not something that can be proven or disproven through scientific or empirical means. Such bland generalities would not work over time in a theological discussion. I don't think you would find that a helpful response to the question. You already knew that. God is tough enough for people to struggle with. Computers are not able to master it either. What about pastoral care? Inquiring what artificial intelligence had to say about the loss of a parent, it generated this response. I am sorry for your loss. Losing a parent is a difficult and devastating experience, and it is completely normal to feel a wide range of emotions, including grief, sadness, or perhaps even fear. Remember that it is okay to take things one day at a time and to be kind to yourself as you navigate this difficult time. As a basic answer, that is all true and even meaningful. Computer-based therapy will absolutely grow in the coming years, but the human element makes a tremendous difference, especially in the personal interactions and relationships between therapist or clergy and individual. On Star Trek: The Next Generation, Data, an android, is always striving to be more human. Computers can create things that no human being could. There are still many ways
that humans provide something to our words, our art, that a computer never could. Perhaps that's something collectively we call our soul. I did one final AI test. I asked the AI, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? This was its answer. It is a popular myth that woodchucks, also known as groundhogs, are able to chuck wood. In reality, woodchucks do not have the physical ability to chuck wood, as they do not have the necessary teeth or claws to grasp and lift large logs or branches. While woodchucks may not be able to chuck wood, they are still fascinating creatures and an important part of the ecosystem. That response is factually correct, but it is wrong. We all know the correct answer is a chuck of wood a woodchuck would chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. The rise of artificial intelligence will bring many positive advancements through our world, but human beings haven't been replaced yet. Shabbat Shalom. Let's share something that only human beings can, the simchas in our life, good things that have happened to us in recent days or weeks or coming up right ahead. If there's something positive happening in your life, raise your hand, I'll come over to you, tell us your name, and tell us what good thing is happening in your life. I'm going to start on this side of the room.
I received my second report card at Townsend Harris High School. I got a 94 average.
And your name is?
And my name is Jordan Hurwitz. Hi, everyone.
Hi, I'm Justin. My son got admitted to 2 universities this week. His total is now 5.
My name is Bruce Grossberg. I attended a funeral this morning, which is not an accomplishment. The thing I wanted to say about it is I had never met the woman who was being buried, she was my friend's mother. And I never met my friend either. The only time I had seen her before today was online on Zoom calls. But it was an interesting way to meet a person for the first time.
Hi. Hi, I'm Aaron Levinson. I want to say Mazel Tov to Olivia for being bar mitzvah first off. A new student joined my class last Monday. Her name was Lola. And unfortunately, I will not be able to attend whatever Hanukkah thing is happening next Wednesday because I have a concert.
The simchas, you're in a concert. Yeah, we'll focus on the positive part, Aaron. Great. Over here, anyone?
My name is Ella, and today's my sister's bat mitzvah.
My name is Arlene, and I received encouraging news from my cardiologist.
My name is Scott, and Sunday I'll be coming to a chamber music concert in this synagogue. Yay! And I just made the cantor happy. And also I have a live stream ticket to go see a Hanukkah carol or a Gelt trip.
I'll add, this past weekend we took 8th, 11th, and 12th graders to the Religious Action Center in Washington, D.C. The trip had been canceled for the past 2 years, and so they didn't get to go when they were in 10th grade, as they typically do, and they had a wonderful time, and they spoke at Congresswoman Grace Meng's office on the issues of LGBTQ equality and reproductive rights, and the importance of making sure those were essential issues, which they are for the congressperson, so that worked out well. We turn now to our concluding blessings, beginning with the Aleinu in the middle of page 586. Please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגורלנו ככל המולם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. We think now of people we miss, people in our hearts, people we hold close to who we are and who we ever can become. This week we mark the yahrzeit, the anniversary of the passing of Erwin Chalfin, Israel Cohen, Lillian Kotler, Hyman Davidowitz, Jack Davis, Gilbert Dorfman, Rika Epstein, Isaac Vegas, Naomi Foyer, Max J. Fishman, Bobby Forshner, Faye Freed, William Freezer, Morris Greenfield, Oscar Habis, Henry Hochberg, Harry Horowitz, Sue Hurwitz, Sarah Kammerman, Fanny Kaplan, Beatrice Klein, Riva Kvitko, Nancy Lair, Alfred Levy, Harry Moss, Richard Nevsky, Jerry Perlmutter, George Pikest, Rabbi Jacob Polish, Louis Reynes, Alex Rosen, Elaine Rosenberg, Annie Rosenthal, Bessie Rosenthal, Isidore Shapiro, Louis Schindler, Abraham Schulman, Cynthia Schweitzer, Beatram Scheidlauer, Abraham Schmuckler, Stephen Skloot, Riga Tropper, Leonard Troop, Sarah Weinberg, Jacob Weinstein, Jenny Weinstein, Claire Weiss, Isaac Wall, Martin Wollner, Aaron Zakener. We note in sadness the passing this week of Nancy Perlmutter, mother of our Rabbi Emeritus Mayor Perlmutter, mother-in-law of Debbie Perlmutter, and mother of Rabbi Michael Perlmutter. Should be laid to rest this Sunday at 12 o'clock Eastern Time. An email went out earlier today with the link to the live stream if you wish to join. If you're observing a yahrzeit or a recent loss or just a name that's on your mind tonight, we invite you to share it with us in the chat on the live stream or here in our congregation. For all those we miss today and every day, we join in the Mourner's Kaddish as a community, page 598. Please rise. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah, be'amah divrach urutei v'yamlik malchutei, b'chayachon v'yomechon u'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, b'agalav v'zman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mivarach le'olam amei amaya, Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei d'kudishah b'rechu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbekata v'nechamata, damiran be'amah v'yamru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to every broken heart. And let us say, amen. Please be seated. With greetings to our congregation, we invite up a member of our executive board and the secretary of the congregation, Jane Pinkett.
Everybody, Shabbat Shalom. Thanks so much, as always, to Rabbi and Cantor for a beautiful service. Thank you to Bonnie and Dor for the wonderful musical accompaniment. And, of course, to Andy, Juan, Alan, Cheryl, Edward's team, the shul shuttle personnel, and for all they do to make everything run so seamlessly. Mazel tov to Olivia for her bat mitzvah tomorrow. Congratulations to her mom Dahlia, and her father Jonathan, and her sister Ella. And thank you to Jonathan and Dahlia for sponsoring tonight's Oneg. I also want to mention an omission in one of last week's Oneg announcements for Pauline Kurtzman's 90th birthday. I inadvertently left out Shelley and Robert Radbell. They were also one of the Oneg sponsors that evening, and I apologize for the error. Happy Hanukkah, everybody. Our religious school students will be celebrating Hanukkah this Sunday during regular hours with a special Hanukkah Palooza program. This Wednesday at 6 o'clock will be the outdoor menorah lighting, and please come join us in person, and the lighting will also be live streamed. Next Friday at 6:15 will be the Hanukkah Shabbat, and everybody should bring their menorah so the entire community can light the menorahs together in person. And following that will be a Women's Connection sponsored Hanukkah dinner, which you can register for online, and that information's in the e-blast. This Sunday also at 12 o'clock, there will be a presentation of a small plaque outside to the outdoor sign. The plaque says that the sign was dedicated by the confirmation class of this past year, 2022. And as Scott mentioned, this Sunday marks the return of the Forest Hills Chamber Music Concert Series. Ari, Evan, and others will be leading this wonderful concert, which will be in the sanctuary from 2 to 3:30. The second concert in this series will be Sunday, February 26th. I myself was at both concerts 3 years ago, and they were terrific. I also want to announce the Social Action Team's launch of this year's virtual New York Cares Coats Plus Drive. Any donations can help provide new coats and meals to neighbors in need. As there are more than 1 million New York City residents struggling to clothe and feed themselves and their families this winter, we can help warm them up by supporting this drive. All information on this drive and the events mentioned can be found in the e-blast. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you.
Olivia's bat mitzvah is the final bat mitzvah of her grade. And we've had a wonderful year with all of those students celebrating it. So as we finish off this wonderful year, we start to look ahead for future B'nai Mitzvah. And so we want to invite to help us as we do our motzi to get us ready for Oneg, some of the future bat mitzvah in this congregation to join me at the challah to get us ready for Oneg. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon.
Te'avon, bon appetit. And we close, looking towards Hanukkah, on page 669 with Not by Might, which is in the middle of the page. That's 669. Not by might and not by power, but by Spirit alone, Ruach shall we all live in peace. Not by might and not by power, but by Spirit alone, Ruach shall we all live in peace. The children sing, la la da, the children dream, and their tears may fall, but we'll hear them call, and another song will rise, another song will rise,
Shabbat Shalom and Happy Hanukkah.